Hold on, guys, I gotta find music. Okay, sorry, guys. Hello. Oh, most of the OCs aren't new, but a few of them are. But thank you. Hello, everybody. Sorry, no, I haven't seen it because I've been really busy. Yeah, I really love your art. Thank you. I'm trying to find something that's uncopyrighted. Cookies for y'all. Okay, I gotta answer something because a friend is texting me, but I will draw in a second, I promise. Okay, cute Eastern Union NFL. It's like a never-ending live stream. Sorry, I'm texting an IRL friend. One of our other IRL friends who we thought we were friends with, doesn't really know how to feel because we haven't texted each other in a long time or even seen each other in real life in a long time, so she said something kind of hurtful in my opinion, but my friend doesn't really know how to feel about it. And I'm just kind of texting her about it because I take friendships very seriously. So if I'm friends with you, it's for good reason, and I won't abandon you just because we're getting older and growing apart. Like, what? Thank you. This is Callista. I'm redesigning her. yes, she's my very pretty girl. And her future husband is the one that's going to be designed next. Well, redesigned. Her name is Calissa, and her husband material is Atlan. Altan? I forget how to say it. Okay. Of course I like ramen. Ramen is good. Oh, that's where you get the colors? Yeah, that's where I got the colors. I design all of my characters from mood boards, so if I have a newer character, it's always going to be made from a mood board. I'm thinking of making some new characters for this story. I really want to work on this story. A comic I had read got turned into an anime, and the opening inspired me to draw this comic again. It's a romance comic. It has some action and stuff, but it's mostly romance. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Ooh, okay. Sorry if I'm not like completely focused. My friend is still texting me. She's really hurt, I can tell. So I'll be going back and forth between texting and drawing, but I'm trying, guys. I literally had all day to draw, and I just was not in the mood until it got dark for some weird reason. Okay, welcome back. Sorry if I may have missed the answer to this question, but did you see my NT pilot yet? No, I haven't because I've been busy. I say busy, but I was actually off work today, but yeah, I've been busy, because I'm in the process of moving, and, I've been working and doing a lot of cleaning, so I just haven't had time. Oh God, wow, that long? It's still in the same state I live in. It's just closer to my work. Since we're on a stream, I won't say exactly where, but it's just in a different city. I don't know, you're probably like, oh, city, that's like a big move away, but where I live, the cities aren't very big. So it's really not that far away. But it is in the biggest city we have around here. I love this brush so much. And I love my Callista. She is... I love all my OCs, honestly, but Callista is like probably one of the prettiest characters I've ever made. Oh my god, I forgot her scars. That is literally the whole point of the beginning of the story. Never mind, I can't find my Apple Pen, so I'm gonna make it on an iPad. Oh, okay. Hello. Okay, good. scars are here now. But what color should it be? I don't know. Okay, maybe this. Would that make a good scar color? Yeah, it does. I like that idea. I make the weirdest scar colors, oh my god. I just made a couple other bids and got one D on each. Ooh. I usually don't know what vids to make, so I do random. Yeah, it happens. I want to make some, so part of the reason why I want to do this is I want to make designs. I know I previously had made a design for Callista's dad, who is actually an owl bear. It's like if an owl and a bear were mixed together, owl bear, get it? He's an owl bear because she is the princess of the Empire of Monsters. And her dad is an owl, scary owl thing. I found the perfect animation I'd like to do of her. And to do that animation, I would need to design, well, actually give her dad a ref, and I would need to design a younger version of her, and design her mom. Because in this story, by the time the story starts, her mom has already passed away, so you never actually get to see her. And I thought it would be cool to do an animation on her. It's mostly going to be about Callista, but you will see her mom. Okay, let's see. Make her tail this color. I'm gonna turn my mic off for a second, guys. Unfortunately, that doesn't stop my family. They will find me if they need me for something. Oh, Julie, you're so funny. Okay, I'm gonna actually focus on drawing now, because I really do want to do some comics tonight. I'm not looking forward to working on Saturday. But at least I got today off. But I didn't even feel like I did because I went to work and I went there for nothing. Everybody's always mean to me. Well, okay. It was a vibe, and now the vibe is gone. I think I'll leave her tail plain, it's fine. The more simplified, the better. I want her to look unique, but also simpler. Okay, that's Callista. Oh, I went back to 6. Okay. Now we're 4. Okay. I give you ramen. I will gladly take all the ramen. Quit doing that. Go, no. Go this one. Stupid Procreate. Oh my god, hello Kibo. I did not expect you to be on the stream. Yes, this is Callista, one of my older OCs. Okay, I had to say that. Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry. Heyo. Pixelated Shade. I'm doing pretty good today. Okay. What else was I gonna write? Her power. What should I make her power be? Aha! I know what her power will be. It's gonna be so funny. Oh my god. I love it. Well, I don't know if it'll fit. It's like her power will be crystals. That'll be fun. So these two that I'm making aren't actually new. I'm just redesigning them. I love this playlist so much. And a little cursed. Why is that cursed? I'm so confused. What's cursed? Okay, I did that. Okay, Atlanta's next. The app I'm using is called Procreate. She looks like a grape. Give me a piece. Oh my god, she does kind of look like a grape, doesn't she? Okay, so this is what Atlan used to look like. Or Oltan, sorry. Oltan, not Atlan. I don't want to call him that. This is him. It's the handsome boy in the flesh. Not really in the flesh, but you get it. Oltan. Okay, let's find him a mood board because I make all these are mood boards. Make a pumpkin OC. Oh, the new art? Okay, I'll look at it. You want me to make a pumpkin OC? Maybe in a different stream I will. That is really cool looking. I like the way that looks. That's awesome. I need to do streams where you guys just give me ideas on what to draw because I literally don't ever like draw just normal drawings anymore. I just do comics or reference sheets. It's insane. Brown. Wait, okay. How about sand mood board inspiration? What? Why did it disappear? I don't know. Okay, it's right there. Okay, cool. Sand inspiration. Why is there very little sand inspiration? Maybe, okay, this is more what I'm looking for. I probably won't actually use that mood board, but it's more of an idea. Sand, 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 sand. I need sand. Desert. Something. Come on. Okay, let's do this. No. Desert. Desert. No, not dessert. How do I spell it? Finally, that's what I'm looking for. Okay. Maybe I will use that. Okay, that's more what I'm looking for. Maybe in a different stream I'll make an OC of you. That would be fun. I like our style. It's really cute. Oh, okay. That's cool. Alright, Old Tan, let's see how handsome we can make you look. Instead of making him more wolf-like, I'd more like to make him look like resembling almost like an Egyptian dog. That would be really cool. Sure, ask away. My brother is so cringe right now. Oh, how do you make comics? Like, how do you write them? I don't actually write them. I take too long to write anything, so to me, writing them is a waste of time. That's why I don't write anything unless it's like actually going to be a book, because I know that I'm never going to finish it probably. If I had an actual computer that works pretty good, maybe that would be a different story. Or maybe if I just wrote scripts, maybe I could do it. It could be. But, yeah, for the most part, I don't write. What I do is I have a idea in my head, and then somehow I just make ideas from there, and it's literally just all in my head. And because sometimes I forget things, new things get created, or if I get an idea, the story can get changed or tweaked a little bit, but for the most part, I don't really write anything down. It is a good idea, though. Definitely write things down. I've heard that people will do scripts, so kind of like how you could imagine how they would write scripts for movies or games. It would be similar to that, where you're basically just writing what the characters are going to say and do. I feel like I do want him to have his hair, but it would be nice to have a character that doesn't have so much hair. Hi, Jupiter. I love you, Kiba. Oh my god. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Ooh. I could definitely make OCs from this. It's in my mind because I wanted to make a webtoon story and I don't know how. I've had this idea for a while now. Okay, well, so first thing I want to say if you want to make a webtoon is one, you gotta be prepared. You gotta be prepared that you're going to be drawing the same character same characters over and over and over and over and over and over. So don't be like me and give your character designs like this. Because, yes, you do need to catch the reader's attention, but they're going to focus less on the designs and more of the plot of the story. I gave him 2 eyelashes, he's not a girl. Are going to focus more on the plot of the story, so you do want to give them good designs, but what they're really going to be looking for is the plot of the story. So, yes, give them good designs, but also focus on what the idea is going to be. Who's leaving? Oh, you're leaving. So basically, okay, so the idea, just to give you an idea, this story of Callista and Altan is basically, Callista was, she was abused by her own father. And she doesn't remember it, but when Altan and her were young, they knew each other. But she doesn't know that because he told her the wrong name because when he was a little kid, he couldn't pronounce his own name properly. So she didn't even know that the king she was going to be meeting later on was actually her childhood crush. Okay. And basically, the point of the plot is that he's going to save her life, show her her true worth, and just basically overall give her a better life and give her not just the peace she always needed, but the opportunity to basically slap her father in the face. Not literally, but he gave her the power that she could basically do anything with her father if she wanted to. Because his kingdom is the most distinguished and biggest kingdom because his empire is bigger. And the reason being is because his empire is an empire of dragons. So he is actually a dragon. But only the royalty can turn into dragons, okay? Okay. So there you have a really cool story that, like, you have the plot, but then just because you have the plot doesn't mean you can start it yet. Don't be like me and start it when you only have a plot idea and then just make random designs and then, yeah. Yeah, don't do that. Basically, you're going to have to do some world building. You're going to have to make sure you have all the characters. It can be a lot. Not only that, but you got to have your villains, and then after all that's done, you need trauma, and you are going to need. So basically, when I'm going to create my first comic page, I have brushes that help me, but you can find stuff on Pinterest for like how to draw panels, but you'll have to draw panels, and if you're gonna do it on Webtoon, this format is the best format to use. You'll make like little squares. This one is the longer version, so I do 800 by 1000. And basically, you gotta make sure you place them properly so you have you can see the bubbles, and you want to make the bubbles bigger. I just tend to make mine smaller. It's a lot. But one of the things I recommend is don't be like me and just randomly draw your character. Actually, like when you're starting a comic, actually make sure you have all the designs done first. You may not need all of them done, but at least of them, most of the major characters. So it's a lot, but making a comic is so worth it in my opinion because it's a good way to get your story out and grab people's attention, because I've noticed creators have a hard time grabbing people's attention when they're trying to draw OCs. Like, if you just do drawings of them, you'll have a hard time getting their attention. But I've noticed if you do comics, it's better. I kind of want to learn physiology to learn more about storytelling and how the brain works. I learned today that you should always question why about your character's design and put a backstory behind it. I don't actually do that, to be honest with you. Unless this character has scars or something. Like, you can obviously see that Altan has a scar. And you could see Callista had a scar. But Callista's are kind of lore-based. So if you've read any kind of webcomic where the character is nobility or whatever, basically back then, if your body was scarred, you couldn't be sold off as a potential bride, because selling their daughters off to be a bride was common back then. And basically I had the idea with Callista, so her father purposely scarred her, like he literally attacked her and scarred her just so she couldn't be sold off. He literally did it on purpose. He basically by doing that, he humiliated her. Like, just going out and about is a humiliation for her now because he did that to her. So that's just one example of probably what they're talking about, is looking at the design of a character and questioning why. Because also some creators will design certain characters with a certain intention. Like Altan here, when the story starts, he is the king of the desert dragons, and since they're desert dragons, you can imagine they're probably going to have desert colors. So that's why his colors are going to be like that. That's probably what it's talking about, or trying to talk about, I guess. One of my characters that are going on the webtoon are going to have uneven, messy hair because she has a bad household and she tried to cut it, but she didn't like it. Okay, that's a good example, yeah. Do you need mood boards, Babs? Yeah, I will, just not at the moment. I'm just designing these two, then I'm going to be doing some comics. If I have some time, I want to make some characters, and if I do, I will use those mood boards. Yeah, sorry, I'm going on a lore rant right now, but yeah, so, also, you can do something with characters, like I wrote on Callista that she's a hybrid, and that's the reason why she doesn't look so monster-like, is because she's not fully a monster race / species. So you can do stuff like that too. So you can be really creative with designs. I know people say there's a good way to design characters and bad way, but honestly, I just kind of go with the flow. like I'm doing right now. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just putting colors on the character and seeing what fits. Now, I'm not going to put bizarrely weird colors together. Like, you don't want a rainbow OC. But, you know, I just kind of go with the flow, see what works. That's why all my characters are so wildly different from each other in colors. And why people say that my characters look so unique. It's because I use mood boards to kind of help me. And I genuinely try to make them all look different from each other and make them look unique as possible. Even if some of them look kind of the same. Like Altan here. Instead of keeping him as this wolf dragon thing, he's now an Egyptian dog, sort of. So, yeah. So you can get super creative, but when it comes down to actually making the comics, I would say the best thing you could do is have patience. My very first comics do not look the same as they do now, because like how they say you become a better artist when you're constantly drawing. Like if you draw every day, you're going to get better. You're not going to get better overnight, but you'll get better over time. And the same as with comics. I've been told the worst thing you can do with comics is redraw your comics. Like, say you did the first couple episodes and you don't like them, so you're going to redraw them. That's honestly one of the worst things you could do, and I've done it before. I've restarted a couple of my comics several times, like I'm about to do now. The worst thing you could do is restart it, because you're going to be in an endless loop of restarting those comics. So that's the last thing you want to do. Just a piece of advice. And you got to prepare yourself, kind of like if you ever made an animated series of your own. You're going to be drawing these characters over and over. And making a comic by yourself is very hard. It takes up a lot of your time, a lot of your patience. After working on this comic for so long, you might get bored of it. That's why I tend to hop from comic to comic and can't just stick with one. But if you can get through it, it'll be really good. You just have to have motivation, and I know people say you have to keep going and don't force yourself to draw, and they say to force yourself to draw, but don't, because in my opinion, you shouldn't force yourself. Yeah, it's going to be humans, and they are recovering from an apocalypse virus. The world is all messed up, kind of like after the pandemic. Okay, that's a neat idea. But you need to have... So, there's a difference between an idea for a story and the plot of your story. You need to have, an actual plot. Like, how the idea of my story was... I wanted two characters who were traumatized to be in love with each other and have a romantic love story, but that's just an idea. The plot is different. So, yeah. Wow, he looks so dark and dreary. How did I come up with those colors? I don't know. Yeah. And honestly, find a brush that you're very comfortable with. I keep moving from brush to brush because I'm very picky and I like my line art to be super clean, so I'm using this brush. And it's also because I can get tired of the same brush, but yeah, pick a brush you're comfortable with, one that you know you're always going to want to use. other than that, just try to make the characters stand out from one another. Make them interesting. Like how I made Callista is because since she has been hurt her whole life, she used to be a very outgoing little girl who was very sweet and could take a lot of hardship, to a girl who's so mentally drained that she doesn't even know her true worth anymore. And that's why Altan has to show her. So yeah, and Altan went from being the shy little kid who was hurt to a very outgoing person who isn't afraid to speak up for himself. So yeah, that's kind of what I mean. How did I make his markings before? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did that. Whoever hasn't joined, come on, you totally should. Oh yeah, I really want to join. I'm probably gonna do it this weekend, hopefully. Oh, my foot is itchy. When we get started, you can have a what if factor. So, example, what if cats were really, really big in the world and they fought each other and they were the dominant species? That's a very good start, yeah. It's like what I told Go Play. There's a difference between, like I was just saying, there's a difference between an idea and a plot. The reason you need plot is you need to grab people's attention. If there's not a good plot, people aren't going to be interested. I'm the same way. If I find a story that doesn't really have a plot, I'm probably not going to read it. But if there's a story that's a dang good plot and I cannot stop reading, that's when you've done it right. You just need something that's going to grab people's attention, because no one's going to read something that they're not interested in, right? So you need to have an idea, have a plot that people are going to be pulled by, or what's the word I'm looking for? Mesmerized by, I don't know what's the word I'm trying to look for, but you get the point. Yes, it needs to have conflict. That is what makes a story. Yeah. There's actually a writer I listen to and watch that talks about conflict a lot. What is her name? Session. Oh yeah, Abby Emmons. She talks a lot about plot and stories, and she talks about things that in stories like you would want to avoid, and like certain tropes that you want to avoid. Tropes can be useful, they can, but and other times they can't be useful, so you just gotta be careful. Some people like certain tropes and some people don't, so it just depends. This is back on my trauma. Oh. And when the main character at the end gets what they need and makes it satisfying. Yeah, you get it. Yeah, a lot of characters are like that. Yeah. you pretty much got it. As far as actually drawing it goes, you just have to search up the placements. Heck, just looking at a manga book or a comic book would really help. Or go on Webtoon, just scroll through series, see how they place it. You can even look through. I have a webcomic called The Blood Red Moon on Webtoon. You can look through mine. This is what it looks like. Where is it? This is what the placements look like. You can either do this format or you can do the format that I've been doing, which was this. Where is that? Or this. Yeah. A lot of the older ones. Okay. Okay, welcome back. I'm trying to make them more interesting. Yeah. I understand that. Let's do this. I understand trying to make them more interesting. I just work better as I go instead of just planning it all out because I've never been a planner. There's an art in paneling, yes there is. So you can convey what you are trying to give to the reader. Yeah, you get it. Everyone is different. But yeah. But honestly, don't be afraid if when you first make the comic you don't like the way it looks, because it's gonna get better. Like with this, my first comic is not going, well, my first comic page is not going to look the same as 3 months later. I was watching a video on how to make a good bully character. Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely watch those videos. There's also a guy I like to watch called, I think he's called Jack versus Webtoon. He makes some really good videos on like really bad webtoons, and not that I think he would make any of those disgusting garbage stuff, but he talks about things that you want to avoid and things that just really disgust him in general. But there are people other than him that also talk about webtoons and what you should and shouldn't do. A good person to watch is Star the Fish Face. She has actually made a book on how to make webcomics called How to Make Webcomics, or How to Webcomic, whatever. And yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe I will. Change the nail color because I want to do this color here instead. Oh yeah, another thing I always tell people to avoid is when designing a character, say, okay, Altan here for instance. I've seen people do stuff where they will use the same color that they use for their jewelry on the characters, like designs, fur, or whatever your character may be. Do not do that. Like, don't make its hair color the same as its accessory colors, because that's just something you don't want to do. You want to avoid that. I feel like it makes characters stand out more. And when drawing jewelry, I'm not doing it on this, but I like to do this. Do a darker color. Ooh, not that dark though. Or you can make it lighter. It makes it look like it has a shine to it. Ooh, okay. And then I'll add white to give it more of a little shine. It looks weird right now, but if you zoom out, there you go. It looks better. Okay, why does it throw the design off? I don't know. It just doesn't look good when you do that. It looks... I don't want to say choppy. It just doesn't... It looks bland. It doesn't make it look good. It looks lazy, in my opinion. Yes, we like shinies. I love drawing jewelry on animal characters. It's so fun. Anyways, I ranted about comics a lot, sorry. But you did ask. But yeah, and if you ever want to like really learn, just watch me in a stream when I'm making comics. Like really focus and pay attention, and you should learn a lot. Which you're about to, because I'm almost done with at Altan's design. Also, I don't really do it, but when making refs, it's a really good idea to draw like the mouth and beans and eyes, so that way you have all the right colors. No! Don't do that. Stupid thing. I hate you. Great. Altan. Okay. Oh, nice, shiny like shiny. I love hearing people rant for some reason. You're welcome. Bye. I'm probably gonna be alive for longer though. I like to draw comics. Altan, my man, my boy. Bye. I'll see you in the next stream. Yep, you just gotta find the pin. Okay, in case you missed it, this is Callista. clean your room, that's fine. Okay. Now you get to watch me comic. Yes, she's purple. She's always been purple. Maybe this one this time. It's funny. It looks off. I don't know why, but it feels off. Oh well, I'm going with it. Oh, you're still my girl. Comic time, yes. I'm getting pen and paper, oh my god. Alright, let's go back over here because I realized I have the thing. I didn't know I had the thing, the narrator bar. That would have been nice to know earlier, but that's my fault for not looking. Oh wait, I don't need the narrator bar yet. Oh, I need to go back up actually. Let's see. Oh, that's the creepy one. I don't need the creepy. And I don't need that. Usually I wouldn't already have these text bubbles on here, but I'm just doing it because... Oh wait, that one actually works better. People do say you want to place your bubbles first before you actually do any sketching or drawing, but I don't. Also, I sketch draw / write the words, but then I actually put in the text later. I just write it when I have it in my brain, otherwise I forget. Also, I've noticed a lot of comic artists will do this where they don't actually actually design and draw like background, like characters in the background that you're not really going to use for the story. They're just there like to show, you know, and they just make them all look like they're in the background and they're not really colored in. Like they are, but you can't even tell they're normal people or whatever. So I try to refrain from doing that. Even if you're never going to see those characters again, it looks better. In my opinion, I get really annoyed when I see a comic that there's just characters in the background, but you can't even tell they're people because they're just black and in the background. And you know they're like gasping where like these characters are, but you don't know who they are. You can't even tell if they're nobles or whatever your story is. I hope that makes sense. It's just something I personally get annoyed at. That's other people, it probably doesn't bother them, but for me it does. What do you mean? I'm not saying anyone's forcing me to do it. I'm just saying it's something that personally bugs me. I mean, Yeah, I can understand because you only want to focus on the main characters, but it makes a story look better if you draw the characters in the background. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if you actually draw them in the background. But maybe that's why my comics come out slower. I don't know, but it's just something that kind of irks me. Body looks smaller than that part. I don't like that. There we go, that looks better. Define which character and what you mean. Usually it's just a design choice. I just make a star because I'm trying to make them look more interesting and not like I'm just doing the same designs over and over again. Usually is what that would mean. But it just depends on the character, I guess. She doesn't have any stars on her. Do you mean scars? Oh, hello. If you're meaning scars, in Callista's case, it's because, like I said, her dad gave her scars on purpose. In my persona, it's because I actually have a scar there on my back. So that's why I drew that. Oh, which one? If you're meaning my green persona... Wait, does she have a scar on her back? Does she have dark patterns on her back? Which persona are you talking about? You're talking about my purple and white persona. That's because someone else designed her for me. Okay, now time to find her father so we can actually draw him right. Because I do have previous stuff that I drew. Just gotta find it. There's that. That's them. Okay, that's that one. The blue persona. Oh, you mean down, actually. That was just a design choice. I just wanted it to go with the design. I had no real reason for it, honestly. Where is it? I know it's here. Here it is. Oh, there's the dad. I really wish I hadn't stopped this one though, because it was so good. But the designs have changed, so I can't keep it. Mean Angie Owl Daddy. Ramen cookies. Okay, thank you. Alright, I need this too. I might change this design though. Well, that would be cool. To get a cord from my computer to screen share my PC so I can draw. Okay, cool. I need to get better at making it to where they're actually looking at each other. Yeah, me too. It's okay. I'm glad. Oh. Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure I feel the same way too about my OCs. Ow. That hurt. Yeah, I hit my elbow on my table. I think I do want to move, go back to using the other brush. Yeah, it hurt, but it's okay, I'll be fine. Alton time. Yep. Yes, I do. My art wouldn't look this good without it. Depends on which tablet you have and if it can take the newest pens or not. I think the older ones are less expensive, but the newer ones are more expensive, obviously, probably. Yep, that sounds about right, pixelated. I don't know what to draw next. You could try drawing one of my new characters. Oh my god, this coughing, I hate it. Yep. Coffee. Why are we mentioning coffee now? Actually, I haven't had coffee today. Oh, wow, that's quite something. I didn't say this coffee, I said this cough. I'm coughing. I'm like, oh, I hate this coughing. king for a day? I don't think so. Any ideas on what to draw next? I literally told you earlier. Usually I would say yes, putting on a different song, but I'm not going to because I don't want to get copyrighted. I'm trying really hard. I'm gonna have to take cough medicine. Oh my god, a small-headed mouse. Okay. I don't know if I'll do it today, but we'll see. Ooh, lore. Oh, look, it's lore. Oh my god, it's lore. Right. It's lore. 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 I can't wait for you guys to see it. I want to make, like... Oh, not square. No. I want to make cute little drawings of them so bad. Comic King is fun. Okay, I'm moving to my bed because my bed hurts sitting in this chair. Yay, now I'm more comfy. Okay. Refresh my memory. Even though I just drew it. Yep, I need cough medicine. I get them from a, oh, what do you call it? A site or, a profile on Instagram that's called Procreate Free Brushes. No, I'm not sick. It's just my asthma. I have asthma, so yay me. It just means I have to go to the doctor. I know, it's probably worse than being sick, right? It's okay. She's crying because he called her by a name she hasn't heard in a long time. And she thinks that he's just mocking her because people have pretended like they know her. Yeah. She just doesn't realize that he's the childhood sweetheart she had. Because she doesn't recognize him. I know. You're gonna love this next part. You're gonna love it so much. Oh, you mean the Silky and the Evil Eye? Yeah. What happened to the Evil Eye was terrible. But it does not give him an excuse to try to kill all humans. But if you haven't seen one of the newer episodes, you've got to see it. I got to see an episode of The Evil Eye, and I did not know I needed it. It was freaking hilarious. It was absolutely peak cinema. I loved it. Yes, you've got to watch it. It's absolutely hilarious. Also, if you haven't seen the newest fight with the Evil Eye, it's absolutely amazing. I was so hooked that I probably watched it about 5 times. I'm not even kidding. Cool. Yeah, Grandma laugh. Time for the funny part. What are some cursed images I have? That's one. That gives me an idea. Ooh, that's cool. Yes, love chips. The eyes will be the first thing. I don't actually know how to explain that. Basically, when you're moving your body around, but you can't really control it, and you're like super excited about something. I think that's the best way I can explain it. Good, just drawing this after I've been imagining it. It's gonna be freaking hilarious. Oh my god. I haven't drawn silly drawings in a while. It goes from this super mysterious Dragon King to I can't. Yeah, I'm scared. It's something like autistic people do, like me. But I only do it when I'm watching, watching something like Demon Slayer or something. Yeah, sorry. If I confused you. Oh my god, this is probably the cutest thing I've drawn. And silliest. Yeah, I love drawing the cursed little things for my streams. It's freaking hilarious. I love it. I don't know. You want me to choose a cursed drawing for you? Fine, I'll find you a cursed drawing. There's your cursed drawing. I'm gonna bite you. Love that one. I live in your walls. Oh my god. I love this one. This one's one of my favorites. Where's my absolute favorite one though? Okay. Yes, he literally said yeah. And I forgot to do that panel. Oh well, we'll just do this. I didn't really know, to be honest with you. I didn't really think about it. But for a while, I did want to be a professional artist. I wanted to make anime and stuff. Okay, cool. I will. Whoa. What's FOH? Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. I managed to sketch 3 comic pages. I think that's pretty good for me. On top of doing 2 references. Alright, I'm probably going to stop here, guys. Okay, bye. Yeah, I've been live for 2 hours and 30 something minutes, and I do gotta work tomorrow. Technically almost today, so bye. I will try to stream again tomorrow. Then you guys can watch me color this and everything. Love you too. Bye.